here, which we just did. Now we can really get this popping, and let me go ahead and hit that right there. All right, so let's get it started. Disclaimer/disclosure. Please note that the following is not legal advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, Sharon Williams, what's up? Pepe Le Pew Pews in the house. Brian McCoy, Justin Blanchard, Tracy. Okay, so we just did the disclaimer/disclosure. Thank you for the 4 y'all that are rocking with me. Anna James, what's up? One of our newest members to the community, so big shout out to Anna. And so, of course, we're going to do a trade recap, the trade of the day or the play of the day that I sent out to my Discord community. And we just want to recap that, answer any questions related to the trade, and get going. So let me go ahead and close this down. You know, we got to open up the trading view. That's what we use for our charting software. And if you're new to my TikTok, the way that I trade is I am a scalper. That's my primary means of trading. That's my primary style for trading. I'm getting more and more into swing trades. But the play of the day actually was a little bit unexpected. It was ticker symbol MCD, none other than McDonald's. So let's go ahead and bring it down. So here we got McDonald's. I trade on the 30-minute chart. Thank y'all for the likes. Yo, Pauline, what's up? Warren Pugh, what's going on? Thank you so much, Anna, for those likes. I appreciate you. All right, so here we go. This is how McDonald's is looking right now in this moment in time. Now, the key thing about today was that it was an earnings day for McDonald's. Today was earnings for McDonald's. Let's kind of shrink this down so we can kind of see that there at the bottom. Let's bring this down. All right, let's bring that up a little bit more. All right, so we had earnings before the market opened for McDonald's. And they actually had a surprise. They missed their EPS estimate. And in the pre-market, McDonald's dropped down. I was very surprised about that. I wasn't expecting that, especially with some of the things that partnerships they did with Krispy Kreme, things of that nature. But here is a key thing. If you've ever been on my TikTok live before and you've heard me talk about earnings, one of the number one things that I've been saying, and I say this a lot, is I don't play earnings anymore. I've been burned too many times. Now, one thing is that got me kind of addicted to playing earnings is my most profitable trade of all time in my trading career was an earnings play. And that got me thinking like, yo, earnings is the way to go, or at least to play earnings more frequently. And 9 times out of 10, I normally get burned. It's rare that earnings really work out in my favor. Even if you're correct on which way a company's going to go in terms of them beating their earnings or missing earnings, when it comes to options trading, you also got to be extremely accurate in how far the price is going to move for some of those gains to be realized to your options contracts. More so what I'm talking about is implied volatility, right? So companies like Netflix, Apple, things like that, around their earnings time, their IVs are pretty high. But the alternative to playing earnings, or the pivot approach that I've been playing lately, is momentum, right? So if you see some distinct momentum after a company reports earnings, big shout out to Board. He says, trade the strap, people, is the way. But a big way that I play earnings now and that I've been looking at is if you see some strong momentum, some strong trend lines, right? So what we had here coming out of the pre-market with McDonald's were these strong bullish candles, right? It looked like McDonald's wanted to completely reverse all of the downside that happened after them reporting their earnings. So basically what I waited for, and this might have been waiting too late, forgive all the lines on the chart. I'm going to go ahead and remove all the indicators and drawings. Let me go ahead and remove the drawings for y'all. So I just want to go over the trade of the day. All right, let me turn off the 50% rule for a second. All right, just to make this a little bit clearer. All right, or maybe I should have left the 50% rule on. But as McDonald's was building up all of this momentum, this bullish momentum to the upside to reverse all of the loss from the earnings, break yesterday's high or get above yesterday's high. And so once it got above yesterday's high, that's when I signaled calls to my community. And like I said, I'm a scalper, so I wasn't looking for a crazy huge continuation upside. I was just looking for my profit target to be hit, which it was, and then I got out. So basically, just to recap, to make it simple, I no longer play earnings. I try not to play earnings. But if I'm going to get into a play the day a company reported earnings or the day after, I'm looking for strong, distinct momentum in one direction, which is exactly what we got with McDonald's as soon as the market opened up. I placed a point that I wanted them to get to. It could be different for your trading strategy or your style. But once I saw they broke yesterday's high, I entered in for calls, and then I was able to scalp. So I want to show you guys in my Discord community where I called it out. And I kind of was just watching it. Like I said, I don't really want to try to play earnings, but let's go to the trading chat room. And we'll go right up to the beginning of the day, right in the pre-market. I made a note right here. I was really hoping McDonald's earnings was going to blast off, but it didn't. We can see in this chart that I posted that McDonald's dropped down. Now, I wasn't even intending playing. I was just hoping that there would be some good bullish momentum activity. But then I noticed about an hour later that McDonald's was running up. And so you can see here on my chart, you can see right here I had, using the SSS 50% rule indicator, I had yesterday's high marked out. And so me mentally, I was looking for them to get above yesterday's high. And so once they got to yesterday's high, I alerted that I was in calls, right? And then not greedy at all. Like I said, I'm a scalper. I like to get base hits like in baseball. Let me move this up a little bit. So quick 10% profit target, 175 for the day. I have no complaints at all. A one and done and was out. Yo, Preston, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Payson said, did you create momentum when you took it to your community? I don't think with McDonald's I could create momentum. And there's not many people in the community, man. There's only about 15 of us. So even if everybody bought a bunch of contracts, I don't think that we had enough momentum to move it. But I don't know. If you're in the live right now and you're in my community, Passive Income University, let us know if you got in on the McDonald's play. I don't think that anybody really got in. Like I said, it's only 15 of us in the community. And so we're a very small, little intimate community that I really like. Yeah. No, I don't have the ability to create momentum or any pushes anywhere. But that is a good question. There are people that do that, especially with some of those smaller ticker symbols, right? Some of those smaller stock contracts, if you will. They alert us to their community. It creates a push, and But good question. Thank you, Payson. Painson. I want to make sure I pronounce that correctly. Yo, Malachi, thanks for joining. Let's take a look to see who's rocking with us so far. Board, I see you. Big shout out to my sister, Syria Legit. Preston in the building. I think that's Painson. User 613-16303751030. Thank you all for rocking with me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'll be tapping in with you. But yeah, so that's just a quick rundown of the trade of McDonald's. Like I said, I'm a scalper. I really trade on the 30-minute chart. And I saw that momentum building up on the McDonald's, then recovering from their earnings. I got in for a quick scalp, and then I got out. And actually, fortunately was able to get out at the right time, because as we saw, we had some of a retracement, somewhat of a pullback, and now it's kind of flattening out. But it does appear to be a bearish day with SPY, if anybody's seen that, right? All right, let me clean this up. I feel like there's way too much activity going on here. Let's clean this up so we can keep this simple. All right, let's drop this here. Boom, we've got full time frame continuity to the downside. So straight bearish sentiments right now for the day on SPY. As we can see, we have some strong pushes down. Now I do have a trend line that was drawn, and it looks like it's respecting that trend line. Let's see. Payson, if you look at the chart, he could have gotten in earlier, so now he's not using them for cons. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm learning so much more and more every day how I don't want to use such a strong word, but there's so much like manipulation and scamming that people are even doing within their own communities. And I'm like, there's no reason to do that. But I have drawn on the daily chart this trend line. You guys tell me if you kind of see this. It's not perfect, but for SPY, I've been really entertaining the idea. So in my opinion, going back to the daily chart on SPY, we were coming out of this downward trend that was formed. When was this? I can't really see it. Back at the beginning of April. And so, in my opinion, we've broken that downward trend, even maybe a little bit earlier if I had drawn the trend line a little tighter. But now I'm wondering, now that we're right at this touch point, if this is a good opportunity to get some calls. So I've been really thinking about pushing myself to become more of a swing trader. I'm trying to find a longer plays so that my community can get in and take advantage of the plays as well. The downside to having a community and being a scalper is that a lot of times people can't get into the plays. And so I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone to find plays that are longer, like bigger swings, so that people have more of an opportunity to get in. Board says that was a TTO. That's just me personally. Are we talking about like the TTO squeeze? Yo, thank you for the likes, y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. We're so close, already gonna get into 500. Are we talking about, I think yesterday on the lives, we had somebody in the comments talking about using the TTO or TTM squeeze indicator. Is that what you're talking about, Board, or something else different? All about sharing information and educating each other. But if you've already traded today, and more importantly, if you've already traded today and you've already logged it in your journal, that's what a pullback is. Study the whole strat. Yes, sir. We'll do. I got midway in the strat and then I didn't stay on it the way that I was. But I'm gonna make a note. Over here to study. Let me make a note. Study the whole strat. Bear with me. Like I said, the one thing I love about going live with everybody is that I feel like we learn so much from each other. Study notes. The whole strat. TTO. I'll make a note. Big shout out to Board on TikTok. Thank you, he or she, whoever that is. Appreciate that. All right, so we just got a few of us. How are we guys doing? How are we doing today with our trading? How did we do? Anybody still in a trade? Anybody got out? Did we take profits? How did it go today? All right. Unique Scales, thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. Just taking a look at some of these tickers here. Of course, QQQ should be moving about the same way as SPY. We got that going on. Reversal on SPY soon. When you say reversal, money bounty, are you talking about to the upside, right? In terms of the daily? Or in terms of intraday? Are you thinking of a reversal back to the upside in terms of the intraday? So we've got mostly time frame continuity to the downside on SPY. All these lines right here. Let me open up a fresh little chart so it can be clear and clean. So money bounty, if you are thinking about the intraday movements, it's possible we'll have somewhat of a little recovery. We've got 11, 12, 1, 3 hours left in the market being open. 3 hours left in the market being open. So looks like we're trying to form a little something right here on the 30-minute chart. Let's take a look at some of the other time frames. Maybe. So one of the things that I like to see, if we're going to have somewhat of a quote-unquote reversal, is the wick on the reversal candle, right? The first little indication dropping below the kind of what I call the lead wick. Now, that's just me. I mean, obviously, it looks like we've got some bullish momentum, like we're trying to move back up some on SPY. But let's just see how this candle kind of plays out. This is the hourly candle, the hourly chart right now. But yeah, so just a reminder, if you took some trades today, make sure you log them in your trading journal. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can find some other plays. Looking mainly bullish in the market. I mean, not bullish, but bearish in the market. We got some reds coming out, and it's a big earnings week. Is anybody playing earnings? Who's got earnings today? Who has got earnings today? Let's see. A lot of earnings today. Move myself out of the way. All right, we are at Tuesday. We saw McDonald's. That was the play that we talked about. We got Amazon today. All right, so is anybody playing Amazon earnings? Is anybody playing Amazon earnings today? If you're in the chat, looks like there's a handful of us. Is anybody playing Amazon earnings? Yo, Money Bounty, thanks. What's up? What's up? Anybody playing Amazon earnings today? Let's take a look to see how Amazon is doing so far. Go right here. All right, you know what? I want to do it on a clean chart. We could build it out together. All right. Let's see. Liv, thank you for joining. All right. Let me close this back here. And let's go back here. Let's bring this down to clean it up. All right. What's going on, Liv? All right. So, anybody gonna play Amazon earnings today? For all of you out there. Looks like it's pushed down just a little bit for these first hourly candles. Now we're kind of flattening out. Just want to see what the sentiment is. We talked about Amazon earnings yesterday, and there are a lot of people that are betting big. I wouldn't say betting. I don't like to use betting or gambling when it comes to us trading. Obviously, if you don't have a trading plan, you're betting, but or you're gambling, as they say. But what are people's thoughts on the Amazon earnings? I honestly think that Amazon is going to be right in alignment with their estimates and their earnings per share and their revenue. Now, the one thing I will be looking to do, kind of like what we did with McDonald's today, is I'm looking for, after the earnings is released, especially in the pre-market tomorrow, some strong momentum. If I see strong momentum, then I might just ride the trend off of what the flow was on Amazon's earnings, if that makes sense. Liv, how did you do with your trading today? Did you take any trades? All right. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Let's run them up. Yep. All right, cool. So all I want, just to remind you, Liv, if you haven't done it already, is make sure you log your trades in your trading journal. Make a note of your psychology, how you were doing emotionally. Did you experience any fear, any greed, any ways that you can improve, the things that you're proud of that you did with your trade? Because it's important to acknowledge both, not just the things where we feel we can improve, but it's important that we put in our trading journals where we think we did good and that we're proud of. So just a reminder, yes, for sure. All right, let me see if we got any other plays that I could possibly see. So this is Google. I've already did. I've been looking a lot at Exxon lately. As of this moment, I'm not really seeing anything in terms of, I got so much stuff going on. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to see on these current hours, these current half hours or hourly candles. I just would like to see how this candle ends. This would be kind of potentially a play that I would be looking for. If this ends nice, strong, and bullish with this wick below this previous candle, we might be looking for a little bit of upside for the remainder of the day on ExxonMobil. Of course, there's other things you can analyze. We might get a little bit of support resistance zone right in here. We can see that this candle, the first 30-minute candle of the day for ExxonMobil, kind of respected this area right over here. So we might kind of come back up into this area and kind of flatten out for the day. But definitely want to see how this candle is going to end out. It's appearing to be stronger and stronger, bullish wise. Just checking that out. Liv, you made $300. Big shout out to you. Love it. Yep, today was about a $200 day for me. One of the trades I alerted to my community, which was the McDonald's trade. Anna James, I'm going to hit this like a bunch to see if we can get more people in here. Bored at work. Anna, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was just a quick touch-in live. I just wanted to see what the TikTok community was doing, what was going on. I was really thinking about you, Anna, because I don't know if you were popping in and out of the Discord, and I was hoping that you were able to take advantage of that McDonald's trade, but it didn't look like you were online when I was posting about the McDonald's play. So I've been thinking about you a lot more in terms of getting plays that you could take advantage of, Anna. But thank you so much for rocking with me. And like I said, I'm going to be looking more and more for the swing trades, the long-term swings. As a matter of fact, that's reminding me, I want to see how SPY is respecting this trend line. Right here. I missed it. We were busy in the morning. I'll be ready tomorrow. Okay. That's good to know. I know we all got different daily lives when it comes to our jobs and stuff like that. But no worries. It's not like I won't be putting other plays in there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Liv, come through and join us, Liv. We'd love to have you. It'd be great. We got a nice small community. Actually, everybody come through, but Liv, come check us out. Come rock with us for a few days. See if you like it. All right, all right. And I'm excited too because tomorrow, or we're going into May, and I'll be announcing the May challenge for the community. And so basically, if you're new to my live, one of the things that I like to do to people that have joined my community that support me is I like to encourage them to invest long-term in their future, right? Not just stock trade, but to put the money that we make from trading into some other assets that will take care of us in the future. So I'll be announcing our challenge for May. And then, of course, at some point in May, I'll pick a person and they'll get a Cash App reward or a Venmo from me just as a thank you /winner. For sure, for sure. Thank you, Liv. All right, all right. Who else is rocking with us? 1K on the likes. Mainly, and a big thanks and all thanks due to Anna for that, getting us up to the 1K. It might be just one of those mornings, you know. It's still kind of relatively early. People are at work. So I'm just trying to get in here and feed the TikTok streets as much as I can. But like I said, let's go back and take a look at Exxon. Just kind of looking at seeing how this candle might play out. I mean, it is somewhat of a downward trend, and like they say, the trend is your friend. But oddly enough, on the daily chart, I think we're in this support zone that I charted out a long time ago. So I charted out this support zone, and as we can see, ExxonMobil has been respecting it, right? It kind of gets up in here and it comes down. It gets up in here and it comes down. Gets up in here and it comes down. And then it tried to really break through here for some all-time highs, it looks like, just recently. But now we're really consolidating, at least on the daily chart, into the support and resistance zone for ExxonMobil. But I'm wondering if we're going to have a boost up, right? Typically, don't the oil stocks and energy stocks kind of go up during the summer? So we're getting closer and closer to the summer. We're, you know, a month to 2 months away officially, right? First day of summer is like June 22nd. But obviously, we know things will move a little bit different. So I'm really looking at what we could see and what we could expect, maybe drawing a trend line. Because right now, we've kind of got a downward trend, right, on ExxonMobil. If we were just to kind of get these touch points like this, right? All right, kind of just like that. Boom. So, you know, just want to see. If anything, we might kind of come back down into this area, 116. But yes, indeed. All right, we are running it up. So got a small group today, not as lively as we normally are used to, but it's all love, you know, just a smaller group is good. So it looks like, according to what TikTok is telling me, there's about 5 of us on here. Is there any ticker symbols? Can we do some more like more one-on-one type things? Anybody got any questions about anything? You know, we could chop it up. It doesn't have to be just about trading. We could do long-term investing. You know, long-term investing is really what I'm about as well. Like I said, that's what I encourage. Really what I want people to do is learn a skill like trading, and then take the profits from that new skill, right? And then put it into your long-term portfolio. So I update and I put my long-term portfolio in here. And so this is my long-term portfolio as of the other day. I just restarted it from the beginning. So this is as of 4/26. These are some of the companies that are in my long-term portfolio. So I did do a video. I put it on YouTube on my investing thesis or my investing strategy. So if you're interested in that, for sure. Thank you, Liv. She said she had to get out of a play. As long as you were sticking to your trading plan, I don't want you to get out of a play prematurely or do anything preemptively if it wasn't a part of your trading plan. We always want to respect our trading plans, but I do appreciate you anyways just for rocking with us. But yeah, so like I said, I've restarted my long-term portfolio for a multitude of reasons. The main one was I took the money to pay off some debt, but now I'm also restarting it to show my community and whomever how easy it is to kind of build a nice wholesome stock portfolio, especially one that pays dividends. And so I did a long YouTube video. My community it's actually public, but you know, the links to it is in the Discord, and I talk about what my investing thesis or strategy is. So basically, the long and short of what I'm looking for are companies that have global international exposure, like strong global international exposure. They pay a dividend, and they're considered either top 1 or top 2 in their industry, in their sector. So for those of us that might not be aware, or just a reminder, the stock market has 11 sectors. And so essentially I'm looking to build out a portfolio that will have roughly 22 companies. Now, if you're new to investing and you don't want to do the legwork or the homework to really research companies, then the cheat code is just to find a good ETF and invest in a good ETF like VOO or something like that, QQQ. But if you are willing to kind of roll up your sleeves and do a little bit more of that homework and teach yourself more about the stock market, the next level I would say is focus on trying to find the top 2 companies in every sector of the stock market. And so, like I said, there are 11 sectors of the stock market, and potentially your portfolio will be looking to have 22 companies. And that'll really push you to understand who's really competing with each other, who really has market share, and things of that nature. So when you look at my portfolio here, that is a reflection of it. Like I said, I just restarted it, but right now, the newest addition to my portfolio is Booking.com. I've got ADP, Visa, Microsoft, Cost, things of that nature. But appreciate you for rocking with me. Thank you so much, Anna. 2.4K on the likes. Appreciate it. So yeah, and plus we'll have some weekly discussions, Liv. We'll have one-on-ones, things like that. One of the things I do too is just try to figure out when's the best time for us to have our own personal session where we have our weekly discussion. So Anna, I want to get your feedback too, and regardless to like your work schedule, what days work best for you. That's part of what that member survey is. So I put in our Discord a survey, and basically I'm just asking questions about how do you learn the best? Do you prefer live classes? Do you prefer recordings? Things like that. And so as I collect more and more responses from the community, then what we could see is, okay, the best time overall for the community is to have a live discussion, maybe Sunday nights at 7 p.m. or maybe Wednesday mornings at 10 or something like that. But yep, all about just making sure that we're learning a new skill. For a lot of us, of course, is trading, or you might be getting into computer technology, software programming, things like that. But whatever new skill you learn that helps you make more money, take that money and then invest it into some assets. That is the whole goal of my group, Passive Income University. But with that being said, I'm not going to keep anybody's time. It seems like it's kind of like a chill moment, chill day. I'm going to let everybody get back to what they were doing. I might go live later on today around 3 o'clock West Coast time. And so I'll be tapping in with y'all. But as always, I appreciate everybody. Liv, I'm looking forward to working with you too. Yes, Anna, please do that survey. Liv, if you join, please do the survey as well. Please. That way we can get more value for each other. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a great day. Much love.